evening, everybody. We're joined with the head coach of the Jamaica Senior Men's National Team, Coach Steve McLaren. We're now going to open the floor for questions, so please raise your hand, and once you're indicated, then you can pose a question. Let's start with Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
Coach, congrats on the win. Just spoke to Dwight York. He said Jamaica didn't get to play the way they wanted to play at home, and he takes some comfort from that. Do you agree with that statement?
The what?
Jamaica didn't get to play the way they wanted to play at home. Do you agree with that statement?
I think what we wanted first was to win. I think we started the game so well. The first 20-25 minutes had opportunities to score. First goal's always important. I would say we got luck with the first goal for Trinidad that was disallowed. You know, VAR, makes a decision, and we saw that it was offside. So the first goal is important. We got it, and then I think what we did was we kind of controlled the game. So in possession, out of possession. So we wanted to keep the ball a little bit more, and the win is a great credit to the players, because it's a young team. It's inexperienced. We've tried to put the squad together. We've had many injuries over the last 2 or 3 weeks leading up to the camp. 8 normal players who would play have been missing, and we had the likes of, I believe, Isaac, King, were the only ones who were there, from previous. So to come here with an inexperienced young squad, and to get 6 points, which was always the goal. Credit to the players for that. Credit to the staff. I think they've done a remarkable job, and we've, along the way we've had difficulties. We lost Warner Brown when we felt that he should have been with us. Got injured playing for Mount Pleasant, so that was disappointing. But we found some what I call nuggets in terms of young players and players untried, and no one better than Kadamatri. When you don't have Warner Brown, who has been a first choice, and you bring in a young player in like Kadamatri and Shamar back, and we had Mikel. He's done a remarkable job, because to win you have to be effective and score goals, and he can do that as well. Apart from his work rate, apart from his running, I think he's been excellent for us in the first 2 games. And considering he wasn't really on our radar the last 3 weeks, but he's pushed himself and got his just rewards. So I'm absolutely delighted for the players. They've been a pleasure to work with. The energy and the attitude. Okay, we make mistakes, but that's inexperience. We got nervous. That's also inexperience. And I wouldn't say we're rather fortunate, because obviously with VAR the decisions have got to be right, but on 1 or 2 occasions they were too close for comfort. We keep a clean sheet, which was the main thing over the 2 games. We've created chances. We look like a hard-working team that's hard to beat, with speed, pace, CFAS. Tyrese Campbell has come in as well, bit of an unknown. We bring the likes of Kahim on. We've got speed, and we've got good defenders, and so we're really pleased with the start. But it's only the beginning, and tougher games ahead.
Kathia?
Yeah, Coach, in terms of our midfield, we still seem to be struggling to get organized, especially a lot of times the center circle was very empty tonight. Tactically going forward into the next window, what are the adjustments that you plan to make for that?
I thought we were very organised in terms of that midfield. We I wouldn't say we took risks, but we took risks playing Casey Palmer, who is a 10, and John Russell, who likes to get in the box, and John Russell scored the goal again.
Yeah.
So how many? Fifth.
5 goals for Jamaica now.
5 goals since he came back into the squad. So we've got threats and creativity, and you know he's kind of the unsung hero, Isaac Hayden. You don't see him much, but he quietly goes about his job, fills in for people, and is our real rock in there. And it's disappointing he got the second booking because we miss him in the next game.
Chef? Okay. Ronaldo?
Ronaldo Adams, CVM TV. Coach, the last time we spoke, we lamented the lack of goal scoring from the boys and also the lack of clean sheets. In their previous 2 games, 4-0 against Bermuda, 2-0 against Trinidad and Tobago tonight. Improvements, yes?
Absolutely, you're quite correct in that analysis previous. And you know, someone asked me, how would you get these players to score? You know, it's a confidence thing, and that will do Kadamatari a world of good. That John Russell has come in and delivered from midfield. We need more. We need more goals from Cephas, more goals from Kahim when we play. But as I said, you don't realise how inexperienced this squad is in terms of caps and things, and concerning all the players that were missing, like Latibedier and Pinnock and Bell and Bobby Reid, Leon Bailey, Dimmy, Warner Brown. It's 8 of the team, and Andre Blake. It's 8 of the team who's represented and been the mainstays in the 11. So for me, it's been a perfect. We got great messages from all the players as well, which gave them a lot. You know, we had Mikel Antonio here, added his experience. Damien Lowe, who has not played at all, and he just turns up, trains, and he's played 60 minutes and then a full game.
Dexter.
And you know, I said after the game, I think the person who epitomises, you know, what Jamaican football is all about in terms of tenacity, work rate, the way it runs. Dexter was Lembekisa was, I thought he was absolutely magnificent tonight, up and down that line, playing against Spicer, who was probably one of their top 3 players, and he kept him quiet so much that he had to go, and he got forward, he got back. You know, he's a bright one for the future.
Ariel?
Coach, in the press conference, the pre-game press conference, you mentioned you wanted the fans to come out and be that 12th man for the team. Like, are you pleased with the turnout tonight? Like, did you feel like that helped motivate the team?
I think the team was so focused on doing the job, and we wanted to give a performance and get the win. In spells, we had that performance, and we got the win. So we're possibly delighted that the fans go home happy. It's important, and we'll look towards the next game and try and build this crowd up and the atmosphere up for what is going to be, a terrific last 4 games and 2 home games, which are going to be so important.
Roger?
Coach, you have gotten the results so far at the most crucial time. It might not get easier, it might as well as it might get easier. Is there a particular way that you're instilling this team, you want them to play, and are you seeing it as yet?
How we want to play?
Yes, because it might not get easier as well as it might get easier as the qualifiers go on.
It only gets harder from now on. So playing Curacao next is going to be very difficult. But we're concentrating on the process on us. We want to be hard to beat, keep clean sheets, and if we can do that, you see we've got good players, and good players also to come back in who can score goals. So what I see, I really liked, and especially the first 20 minutes in spells where we really built from the back. But we got nervous towards the end, and maybe a little tired. But we got through. We got through grit and determination, and so I can't fault the players at all for whether it was good, bad performance, how we want to play. We got the result, and that's the most important.
Coach, congratulations. I'm not sure if anybody said it yet, but congratulations. Perfect start, clean sheet, 6 points. It's easy to get carried away thinking that you're almost in the World Cup. How does a coaching staff keep the players and everybody level-headed and grounded?
I think we've learned from the last year, and I certainly learned from the last year that there are no easy games in the Caribbean, and I think that was proven against Bermuda. How we went about planning for that game, went about playing that game, and they've qualified for a World Cup qualifying group, so they're a good team. Look, I think 3-2 Curacao tonight.
Yeah, right.
And it was 2-2.
It was 2-2 at half time.
2-2 at half time. You wouldn't credit that, and yet that just shows what a professional performance that we put in, and also tonight in terms of controlling the game. So yeah, we're progressing well, and at this stage of the season, it's all about results, and God willing, we've got a bit of luck on our side as well, which you need. But as I say, tougher games ahead.
Yes, Coach. My question is similar to Mr. Jones here. 6 points, Coach. I think you have eradicated a lot of the doubts that people had come into the qualifiers about the team. What is the mindset basically now as you close off this window and go into the next window?
I think it's the focus the players must have. We get together again in 3 weeks. We hope some of these players who have been injured, we hope they come back, play games. Want the players who have come on this camp to maintain the form, keep fit, don't get injured, and make sure that we've got a good pool of players to pick from. And as I say, for an inexperienced team, they gave everything to Jamaica, to the supporters, to each other to get this result.
Two questions, Coach. Just to follow up on Roger's question. He asked about how do you want to play. That's one. I'm not sure I got an answer, because I can't tell anybody how Jamaica wants to play. That's one. Two, you spoke about inexperience here for our first 2 games of the final round. We had a year to build a squad. Why are we at this stage now where with 8 players out of a squad of 26?
Yeah.
We have a number of inexperienced players. Why?
Yeah. Injuries.
No, injuries with 8. A squad is 26.
Yeah, that's 8. And that's 8 first team players who play in the team
But what about
regular for the last year.
What about your second best left back, your second best right back, your second best number 6? Yes.
Injuries as well. Amari Bell is also injured as well.
Yeah. So we
8.
sorry?
Jamal, do you have a question? Because that's a 4th question. So if you want him to respond, you let him respond. So that was a 4th question.
Relax.
Excuse me, I'm moderating the press
let the coach
conference.
answer.
Yes, but you've interrupted.
Yeah, but what-
I'm not interrupting.
You're interrupting.
Simon, what exactly is the point of the question?
I'm saying you're speaking about inexperience here. This is our second game in the final round. We had a year to prepare a squad to get into the final round. Why are we talking about inexperience now with just 8 players being injured?
With just 8?
With just 8.
Just
yes.
8?
8 of 26.
Andre Blake.
It doesn't matter the names, it's just 8.
It's 8 first team players
Yes,
of
coach,
experience.
So what about the players who would have been developing for the past year?
This is
to
what
get them here?
we've brought. That's a poor question.
Really?
Look, because 8 are in who normally play. Andre Blake, Ethan Pinnock, Bell, Bobby Reid, Leon, Damari Gray, and Warner Brown.
Yeah. So, what about the second 11?
You've just seen them.
So when we're talking about inexperience with the second 11, that's a question.
Because they're
Ryan, go
inexperienced.
ahead, please.
Coach,
Whoa, what a bad question.
Coach,
We're wasting time.
we
Last
conceded
question
3
tonight.
goals tonight.
Sorry?
We conceded 3 goals, although offside. Does that concern
3?
you? Yeah, 3 offside goals. Does it concern
don't try
you?
not to manage here.
Did you see anything that concerned you at all defensively from the team tonight? Because we're going to face Curacao in the next game, a tougher opposition. Are you at all concerned about how we conceded?
You think Curacao are tougher than Trinidad? You think the Garcia's not a dangerous player? Sealy, Spicer. I know they're missing Mourinho and people like that, but they've got good players. Very fast, very quick, very technical, and they're always going to create opportunities and chances, which they did. That's football. You get a clean sheet by defending well, but also having some luck, which we did. So I'm trying to be positive about going forward after 6 points and a good start to, and not worrying about what's been in the past for the last year, and what about where have these inexperienced players been? It's where we are now that we've had to cope, and the players who have come in have done a great job the last 10 days. We've been through a lot to get here, a lot to come together, and we've had players drop out even in the last couple of days. We've had to add other players, and we've got the likes of Mason Holgate who got injured, and lucky that he played tonight. We had to bring Steve. So credit to the players for the camaraderie that they had coming together and what they showed on the field. And what do you want to see? You want to see fight. What we are, the way we play, we don't need possession, but we have such speed, and we have such speed on the wide areas that they're exciting players. Every time CFAS gets it, the crowd get up. Kahim the same. And we've got Warner Brown, we've got Kanamatri now. Shamar's come in, and the 2 games that he's come on, he's done really well. So I'm really pleased with the squad that we put together. But I do know that, 2 weeks ago, having 8 injured, we were looking at a difficult 2 games which we've come through.
Thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate it.
All right.